All right, guys, let's take a look at inequalities today. So before we get started, there tends to be kind of like a rule or theme for almost all these videos. And here it's to remember that when you multiply or divide by a negative, we're going to have to flip the sign. So we're going to do a couple of examples. But again, if we multiply or divide by a negative, we're going to have to flip the inequality sign. So we'll show you what we mean here. So here's our first problem. We got negative x divided by 6 plus 7 is greater than or equal to 10. Okay, so right now it looks kind of like a mess, right? So first thing is, let's get rid of the 7. All right, so I'll subtract 7, both sides, and we'll have that negative x divided by 6 is greater than or equal to 10 minus 7 is 3, right? Last I checked. Okay, 3. Okay, and then we have to know how to get rid of the 6 when it's in the denominator, when it's this bottom number. Okay, so whenever you want to do that, you just need to multiply it by that number and do it on each side. Okay, so like here, we'll multiply by 6. And then we'll do the same thing over here, multiply by 6. Right, and then what we have left, right, so that denominator goes away, and then we just have the negative x. Right, still greater than or equal to 3 times 6 is 18. Okay, negative x is greater than or equal to 18, but we want it to be solving for x almost for sure, right? And so because of that, we will multiply each side by -1. And this comes to the rule I was telling you about at the beginning of this video. Okay, so now we have x, and then we got to flip this sign, right? It was greater than or equal to, but because we multiplied by a negative, now it's going to be less than or equal to, and 18 times -1 is -18, and there's our answer. X greater than or equal to -18. Okay, so it makes you do a bunch of things, but none of them are really like difficult math, right? You're not having to be able to like crunch a bunch of numbers and just remembering all the steps. But it can be a lot, so let's do another one. Be almost the same kind of thing. Just change the numbers up so you can get comfortable with it, right? And if you can, what is best is if you see the problem, you try to solve it yourself, then you watch me solve it and see if we did it the same way. Right? When you just watch somebody do it, it can look like, oh, that's the easiest thing ever, and then you go do it yourself, and then it's like, okay, I don't know how to do it, right? We hope that doesn't happen, but it happens a lot, especially in math. Okay, we got 5 minus 3x greater than or equal to 11. Okay, so remember, so really our first step is to get that negative 3x by itself. Okay, so we'll do that. Subtract 5 both sides. Subtract 5 both sides. Right, whatever you do to one side of an equation, you have to do to the other. It's pretty much always true. And then we're left with negative 3x is greater than or equal to 11 minus 5 is 6. Okay. Now, on this one, we're going to, like last time we had to multiply, this one we have to divide, right? We have to divide by -3, so we just have that x by itself. Divide by -3. Divide by -3. Okay, so -3 divided by -3 is 1, so we're just left with x. Now again, because we divided by a negative, got to flip that sign. So it was greater than or equal to, now it's going to be less than or equal to, and 6 divided by -3 is -2. There's our answer. Okay, so that's pretty much our steps, right? So the first thing we do, we make sure we get that variable by itself. In this case, it was -3x. So we subtracted 5 from both sides. Then we divided by -3 so that there would just be the x without a number next to it. When we divided by -3, we had to flip the sign, and then just some basic math, and we got our answer and we're done. So that's inequalities for you. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you on the next video.